I'm Mark Saxon, and this is Back to the Drawing Board. Thanks for joining us. Brought to you by E5280sports.com. Guys, great weekend last weekend when it comes to UFC. Pantoja proves that he still has it. I want to start with Evliev. I mean, he worked Aljamain. He absolutely worked Aljamain. I expected a little bit better, but I mean, hey, it was still a decision. Aljamain battled. I don't know really what I was expecting. Without Jermaine, I guess I wasn't expecting a full blown knockout, but I expected a little bit more of a battle. They battled. They put on a show. Don't get me wrong. I guess I was expecting a little bit more blood and sweat. Um, I do have to tip my cap though. Do Ho Choi getting it done. I mean, absolutely working Nate the Train. I mean, it wasn't even close. And the fact that he lasted the first two rounds kind of shocked me. I think Duho's got a bright future ahead of him. 16-4-1. Um, very good stuff. And then finally, back to Bryce Thuggins Mitchell. Welcome back, buddy. Welcome back. Getting the TKO, the knockout, and Ron Gracie. I mean, I was kind of shocked, and then obviously, sure, so was Bryce. When he took him to the ground, he definitely didn't expect that. But when Throne landed, he left everything open. Bryce Thuggins just took it to him. Glad to see Bryce Thuggins Mitchell back at it, doing his thing. And then Cyril Gahn, I Volkov got robbed. He got robbed. Dana White said it. I don't know what they're gonna do yet. It was bad. Cyril got worked the entire fight. I mean, I'm not terribly angry because I did put money on Cyril, but no, that was wrong. I don't understand. Volkov, this one's for you, buddy. I'm sorry you got robbed. Absolutely atrocious. One that shocked me was the Shavkat Rachmanov and Ian Machado Gary fight. You got to tip your cap to Ian Machado Gary. I really thought he was going to get fucking rocked. I thought it was over before the walkouts. The fact that Gary took it to decision really opened my eyes. I mean, I knew he was a good fighter. I was rooting for him. My money was on Rachmanov. I just thought Rachmanov was going to own his ass. I thought he was either going to submit him or knock him out. I really didn't see this one going to the cards. I think Machado Gary's got a lot to build off of. I think this is going to be great for him. Um, obviously, tip your cap to Rachmanov doing his thing, hanging in there. Now, Pantoja, 34-year-old, still the champ, taking it out Sakura. And here's the thing. I mean, I don't know what I expected. I expected a finish, I guess. I thought it was gonna be a little bit more drawn out. I mean, hats off to Pantoja doing his thing, making his case. Very happy for him. I said it on last week's show that I was rooting for him to win. That's awesome. Good stuff. Good stuff. Great UFC 310 card. I'm looking forward to looking forward to see what they got left for us the rest of the year. Let's go to some NFL. Last night's game, Thursday night's game, absolute snooze fest between the Rams and the Niners. Rams getting it done, making their case for the playoffs. That Niners team, I started seeing things circulate around that the Niners need to fire Shanahan and hit the panic button. Guys, I hate the Niners. As a Packers fan, I cannot stand the Niners. They're a boogeyman. That win against them a few weeks ago to me doesn't hold much stock. Granted, I'll take a win anytime we can get it. I'm not knocking them. I mean, hey, good win, but they weren't at their best. They didn't have everybody. This is something that Niners fans, you guys got used to winning. Let's calm it down. Let's bring it back a little bit. You guys are missing half your squad. I say get everybody healthy. Try and make some moves in the off season, adding to the line a little bit, maybe a linebacker after after Devondre Campbell pulled that. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that, but not fair play on that one, man. I don't tip my cap to that. You gotta, bitching and moaning about playing. Obviously, when he left the Packers, he was bitching and moaning about the scheme and the play calls and this and that. I think you're better than that, Devondre, and I hope the best for you because I used to love you, but that's just not how you handle business. Other than that, I mean, hey, the Niners got a great team for not so expensive. Got a not so expensive quarterback, at least as of right now. They got to hang on, and sometimes you got to take lick your wounds and move on. Take the L. Come back at it next season. We'll see what happens. Moving to this weekend's games. Really, there's only three games I've got circled that I'm going to be watching. It's just a lot of uneven games out there. But the three I got: Bills and Lions. I think this is going to be interesting. The Bills on a hot streak. They do have the division. I don't. I mean, I think they're going to play everybody. I think they're going to continue to strive, try and get draw in that gap between them and the Chiefs. A tough opponent, the Lions. Last Thursday the Packers had them, and it was the Packers' game to lose, and that's what they did. They had every opportunity to stop them. They had every opportunity to score. Covered this a little bit covered this a lot last week. Yeah, there was some missed calls, but that didn't define the game. The Packers fucked it off themselves. So that's how I feel about that. Um, I think the Bills. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think the Bills shocked the world this weekend. Something tells me that Lions luck is just running out. I think that the Bills absolutely shocked the world. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to call it a 28-24 ball game. We'll see, right? The next one I have circled is Pittsburgh and Philly. I mean, Battle of Pennsylvania right there. And I don't know, man. The Steelers defense, obviously Mike Tomlin. Philly's been struggling. I mean, not. I mean, they've been winning, but they haven't looked sound. If that makes any sense. I mean, they barely got the win over Carolina last week. With a showing like that, I mean, granted, 22-16, it was a lot closer than what the end score was. I'm honestly staying away from that game as far as my bets go, but I'm gonna say Philly gets it done at home. I'm gonna say Philly gets it done at home, but not by much. Okay, I'm talking within three. I'm talking Saquon is going to come up with some big runs late in the game and make that shit happen, and Pittsburgh's going to make them sweat it out the whole game. Finally, obviously, Green Bay and Seattle. Seattle trying to lock in and win the West with the Rams right on their tails and the Cardinals not too far behind. Packers trying to lock in a playoff spot in that wild card. After 2 Thursdays ago, they can pretty much say goodbye to the division in the North. Obviously, the hardest division in the league. This is what's going to lock it in for both teams. I think that Green Bay. I think that Green Bay is going to come up big. I'm talking like 31-21 type game. I expect the boys to come in there, whoop some ass, handle the business. It's time to start setting the tone. You lost the series to the Lions. You hate to do it. It is what it is. You got to look forward. You got to move on. It's time to whoop ass and take names. Now it's time for playoff football. You got to let that shit go. And I think that's exactly what they do. I think Seattle, with their remaining games, um, I mean, I think Seattle's got their mind on the division, which I mean, naturally so. They've got the Packers, the Vikings, the Bears, and the Rams. So they've got the AFC North, and I mean, sorry, they got the NFC North, and then they ended with the battle for possibly the division. So they've got everything to lose and everything to gain all at once. But I still call it a 10-point game. I got the pack plus 7. Um, I think it's going to be great. I can't wait. I think Jordan Love settles in. I think that defense settles in. Got great feelings for the boys, and I think we're going to kick some ass. Now, due to such an exciting weekend, obviously, I'm going to have my bets. So it's back to the bets. UFC has a fight night. Colby Covington's coming back. Hated how he went out in that last bout. Just wasn't himself. But here's what I got, guys. I got Victor Petrino minus 298 over Jacoby. I got Bruno Silva a plus 310 over Cape. I got Billy Quarantillo a minus 155 over Swanson. I got Colby a plus 195 over Buckley. I think Colby bounces back. Now, that's a total odds of plus 2557. $5 wins you $132.87. Now, I realize that's a stretch. So I'm going to go a little bit safer in the NFL. I'm going to go KC over Cleveland, Washington over New Orleans. I got Denver over Indy. I got the Chargers over Tampa. Once again, I'm taking Buffalo over Detroit. Green Bay over Seattle. $5 wins you $94.08. Trying to make that bread. Trying to make it happen on a budget. So this was back to the drawing board, folks. Thanks for joining me. Brought to you by E5280 Sports. Have a weekend. Have a weekend and gamble like degenerates. Enjoy your sports and have a couple cold ones.